Hello, this is Workbench or Workbench Quagmire. Welcome to day 4 of the free Code Camp Python certification series. We last worked on this report card printer, completed all 9 steps of that. So we're moving on to these theory sections here, which are where they cover the different concepts and then give us some quick quiz questions. So get started with what are strings and what is a string mutable? Immutable. What are strings and what is string immutability? String is a sequence of characters surrounded by either single or double quote marks. In some programming languages, characters surrounded by single quote marks are treated differently than characters surrounded by double quote marks. But in Python, they're treated equally. You can either use either when working with strings. Here are some examples of strings. My string 1, hello. My string 2, hello world. If you need a multi-line string, you can use triple double quotes or single quotes. So my string 3, there's 3 double quotes, multi-line string. And then you could do the same thing with single quotes here for my string 4. If your string contains either single or double quotation marks, then you have 2 options. Use the opposite kind of quotes. As if your string contains single quotes, use double quotes, wrap around the string, and vice versa. So in message here or MSG equals the string, it's a sunny day. And there's double quotes on the outside because there's a single quote in it's. And the second one, variable quote, is assigned to the string, she said, hello world. And so since hello world is in double quotes, single quotes are used to surround the entire string. You can also escape or single or double quotation marks in the string with a backslash. With this method, you could use either single or double quotes marks to wrap the string itself. So like this example here, MSG is assigned to the string, it's a sunny day. And it's using single quotes on the entire string and a single quote in and it's escaped with that backslash. So they'll probably talk more about that. Escape characters are used in different spots for formatting and stuff. Quote, double quotes, string, she said hello, double quotes around hello. So both of those are escaped with the backslash. Sometimes you may need to check if a string contains one or more characters. For that, Python provides an in operator, which returns a Boolean that specifies whether the character or characters exist in the string or not. And their example is my str or my string assigned to hello world. And so print hello in my str, it's true. A in my str is false. I in my str is false. E in my str is true. And F in my str is false. So now let's look at how we can get the length of a string with the individual characters in a string, a process called indexing. To get the length of a string, you can use the built-in len function. My string hello world, print len my string, returns 11. So we talked about this. This is a function nesting. So you have the len function where my stir is the parameter, and then the return of that, which in this case is 11, is then printed with the print function that's wrapping it. Each character in a string has a position called an index. The index is 0 based, meaning that the index of the first character of the string is 0. The index of the second character is 1, and so on. To access a character by its index, you use square brackets with the index of the character you want to access inside. here's some examples. So my stir, hello world. So print my stir 0, which is going to be our H, our first character. And 6 would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that gives us the W in world. Negative indexing is allowed so you can get the last character of a string with -1 and the second to last character with -2. So in this example, again, my stir, we got hello world, and then -1 is the D, -2 is the L, -3 would be the R, -4 would be the O. So you can approach these if let's say you're like, I have this string, I don't really care how long it is, I just want the last character of it. That's one way to approach that. Many other programming languages group data types broadly as either primitive or reference types. Primitive types are simple and immutable, meaning that they can't be changed once declared. Reference types can hold multiple values and are either mutable or immutable. But Python doesn't draw a hard line between those two groups. Instead, all data gets treated as objects, and some objects are immutable, while others are mutable. Immutable data types can't be modified or altered once they're declared. You can point their variables at something new, which is called reassignment, but you can't change the original object itself by adding, removing, or replacing any of its elements. Strings are an immutable data type in Python. That means that you can reassign a different string to the variable. So we have the variable greeting is assigned the string hi. And then the next line, the variable greeting is assigned the string hello. And so when you print greeting, it's going to print the hello because that was the last value assigned to it. But direct modification is allowed. So with some data types, you can use indexing to change the item at that index. With strings, you can't do that. So again, we got the variable greeting is assigned to string hi. You cannot say greeting 0 is H to make it capital. Excuse me. You'll get a type error. It says that string objects do not support item assignment. So examples of other immutable data types in Python are integers, floats, booleans, tuples, and ranges. You get to know each of these in upcoming lessons. Here's our quiz. How do you get the length of a string S? So len S, yep. S dot length, nope. String does not have its length, not true. And S dot len, that's not how we use functions. Oh, the first one's the answer. How do you define a multi-line string in Python? I use parentheses around the string? No. Use triple quotes, double quotes, triple double quotes, or triple single quotes? Yep. Use a backslash at the end of the line? Nope. Use brackets? Nope. What does it mean that a string is immutable? The variable cannot be reassigned to a different string. That's not true. It can be. Variable reassignment directly modifies the original string. No, it does not. A string cannot be directly modified by changing individual characters. That's it. And string characters can be directly modified. Nope. Let's see how I did. All right, pass. 25% of the way through this one. What are string concatenation and string interpolation? When working with strings, combining different pieces of text together is a common operation. You'll often find yourself dealing with. So Python, you can combine multiple strings together with the plus operator. The process is called string concatenation. Here's how to concatenate two strings with the plus operator. So we got meister1 and meister2. Meister1 is assigned the string hello world. Notice it's using single quotes. And meister2 is assigned the string world, which uses double quotes. So stir plus stir equals or is assigned it equals my string plus, and then this is a string as well. So there's actually three strings here. My stir one, this string with a space in it using single quotes, and my stir two. So when you print stir plus stir, you get hello world. That's something to keep in mind. The print function, if you put two strings, uh, the other way we could have done this, right, is what we learned before. You could have put the print Meister 1, comma, Meister 2, and you would have gotten the same output. But note that this only works with strings. You cannot concatenate a string with a number. You'll get a type error. So you have this variable name assigned to the string John Doe, variable age assigned to the integer 26, name and age, name plus age, print name plus age, type error. Can only concatenate stir, not int, to stir. That's because Python does not automatically convert other data types like integers into strings where you concatenate them. Python requires all elements to be strings before it can concatenate them. To fix that, you can convert the number into a string, the built-in string or stir function, which returns the string representation of a given object without modifying the original object. So same thing here, name assigned to the string John Doe, age is assigned to the integer 26, name and age equals name plus age inside of our str function or string function. And when we print name and age, you get John Doe 26. All, of course, those two things run together because there is no space added. So they literally concatenated, stuck together like that. You can also use the augmented assignment operator for concatenation. This is represented by the plus and equal sign. So plus equals and performs both concatenation and assignment in one step. Here it is in action. So name variable is assigned to John Doe. Age variable is assigned to the integer 26. Name and age equals name. So we just assign name to name and age. Then on the next line, name and age plus equals the string of the integer age. And so we get the same output as before because we've converted it. So I always think of the plus equals as I'm just going to tack on whatever's on the right side to the value that's already stored in that variable if it's a string. Actually, it works with integers as well and possibly floats. Process of inserting variables and expressions into a string is called string interpolation. Python has a category of string called F strings, short for formatted string literals, which allows you to handle interpolation with a compact and readable syntax. F strings start with F, either lowercase or uppercase before the quotes, and allow you to embed variables and expressions inside the replacement fields indicated by the curly braces. Here's an example. So again, we got our variable name. It's assigned the string John Doe. Variable age assigned to integer 26. And so now name and age is the formatted string of my age is and then name. So it inserts the string here. And I am age 26, age here. So we don't have to convert it, years old. And so when we print name and age, we get my name is John Doe and I am 26 years old. And this example here, we have num1 and num2, both integers 5 and 10. And so we have the printf, the formatted string of the sum of 5 and 10 is, and then here is an expression. So it's going to add 5 and 10 together and return 15. And so we get the output, the sum of 5 and 10 is 15. So you can kind of do calculations and it's evaluations of, I think it's technically called an evaluation of an expression. So that could be a function with a uh, argument. Um, that could be a lot of things. It could be the variable for a list, and you could use the index to return an item from that list inside here. And it has a lot of flexibility. Note how you don't need to convert non-string types to the with the string function. In the example above, the value of age, num1, num2 variables is converted under the hood into string during the interpolation process. How can you concatenate strings in Python? Using the plus operator, true. By using the times operator for joining strings, nope, false. By using the and operator to merge strings, nope. Um, by assigning multiple strings to a list and printing them together, no. First option there. What does a string function do? It concatenates two strings together, nope. It returns the string version of the given object, true. It extracts numeric characters from an alphanumeric sequence, false. It replaces the provided characters within a string. It does not. It returns a string version of the given object. Second option. What is the string? What is string interpolation? It's too big of a word for me. The process for parsing a string to extract specific portions. No. The process of splitting a string into substrings. Nope. The process of inserting variables and expressions into a string. That's it. Process of joining two or more strings together. No, that would be concatenation. So it's the third option. Let's check ourselves. All right, we're halfway through. What is string slicing and how does it work? In the previous lesson, you learned how each character in a string can be identified by its index starting from 0 and accessed using the bracket notation. My string is assigned the string hello world. So if we print my string 0, it's going to print the first character because remember the indexing starts with 0. We print my string 6, it's going to give us the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the W. And if we print my string -1, remember that basically wraps around and starts with the last character. It's going to return D. String slicing lets you extract a portion of a string or work with only a specific part of it. Here's how the basic syntax. String start :stop. So if you want to extract the characters from a certain index to another, you just separate the start and stop indices with a colon. So again, we have my string is assigned hello world, the string hello world. And we print my string 1, 4. So that's going to give us 1, 2, 3, and 4 is not included. So that's only going to give us these three characters, ELL. So that's something to remember. It also is true with ranges. So if you have range 5, it's only going to give you till 4. So note the stop index is non-inclusive. So 1:4 just extracts the characters from the index 1 up to, but not including the character in index 4. You can also omit start and stop indices, and Python will default to 0 at the end of the string, respectively. For example, here's what happens if you omit the start string or start index. So again, my stir variable is assigned to hello world string. Print my stir :7. So it assumes the 0. And so that gives us through the W, because actually the sixth uh, indices. So it doesn't include the seventh, which is the O. This extracts everything from index 0 up to, but not including the character at index 7. And here's what happens if you omit the stop. Again, my stir assigned the string hello world. Print my stir 8 : is going to give us the eighth. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So starting with the R through the D, through the end, RLD. This extracts everything from the character at index 8 until the end of the string. Note that slicing a string does not modify the original string. Meister equals hello world. Print Meister 8 to the end is RLD. And then print my string will give us hello world. So it just makes no changes to the string at all. If we remember, we can't make it's immutable, so we can't make changes anyway. We could reassign. What we could do is say Meister equals Meister bracket 8 colon bracket, and that would reassign RLD to my string. You can also add both start and stop indices, which will extract the whole string. So for hello world, print Meister with just a colon in the brackets gives you hello world. Apart from start and stop indices, there's also an optional step parameter, which is used to specify the increments between the indices in the slice. So here's the syntax for that. Start, stop, step. In the example below, the slicing starts at index 0, stops before 11, and extracts every second character. So my string is assigned to the string hello world. My string is 0 to 11. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's, the entire string. And then every second. So it gives us 0 to 4. So HLOWRD. Helpful trick you can use with the step parameters to reverse the string by setting step to -1 and leaving start and stop blank. So yeah, you can reverse a string that way. So string is assigned to the string hello world. Print my string blank blank. So that gives us the entire string. -1, it's going to return DLROW. So it's going to reverse the string. Okay, time for our quiz. How do you extract a specific portion of a string in Python? Using parentheses with a start and end position? No. Using curly brackets with a start and end position? No. Using square brackets with a start and stop position? Yes. Using angle brackets? Nope. What is the outcome of hello world 2 on blank? So 0, 1, 2. So we're going to start L and go to the end. So it's going to be LLO. And that is our first option. What is the purpose of the optional step parameter in string slicing? It specifies if the slice string should be changed in place or not. Nope. Specifies the increment between each character to extract. That's true. Ensures that all characters are extracted. No. Specifies maximum number of repeated characters to be extracted. Nope. So it's option 2. Check ourselves. 75%. We got one more section to go here. Oh, we got to wait for the supporter thing. Okay, what are some common string methods? Python provides a number of built-in methods that make working with strings a breeze. They include, but are not limited to, the following. Upper returns the new string with all characters converted to uppercase. So my string variable is assigned to hello world, string all lowercase, uppercase my string equals my string dot upper. So my uppercase string results in hello world all uppercase. Lower does the opposite. It returns the new string with all characters converted to lowercase. So we start with the my string assigned to hello world with the first character of each word capitalized. Lowercase my string is assigned to my string dot lower. So prints lowercase my string, which now makes all characters lowercase. Strip returns a new string with the specified leading and trailing characters removed. No argument is passed. It removes leading and trailing white space. So we have my string is assigned the string hello world, but it looks like there's probably a couple of spaces at the beginning and end. And so trimmed my string equals my string dot strip. Uh, so when you print trimmed my string, you get hello world without those leading and trailing spaces. Replace returns a new string with the occurrence of old replaced by new. So my string is assigned hello world, all lowercase. Replace my string equals my string dot replace hello, comma hi. So it's going to replace the hello with hi. Um, and when we print replace my string, we're going to get hi world. So one thing, I don't know if it mentioned it here, but notice that we're not changing the original string. So there's going to be no change to my string. What we're doing is assigning my string with replace hello hi to the new variable. So if you were to print out my string, you would still get hello world as we started with. Split separator. So this is pretty common. If you wanted to take let's say a sentence and break it up, you could put split and then put a space and double quotes or single quotes in here, and it would split out each word into a list. So split a string on a specified separator into a list of strings. If no separator is specified, it is split on white space. So I didn't even know that. I'd always you had to put the space in there. My string is assigned to hello world, all lowercase. Split words equals my string dot split. It gives us a list noted by these square brackets with the two words from our string split into two interval. So joins elements of an interval into a string. Starting with the list, square brackets. The list contains two strings. The first string is hello. Second string is world. And so joined my string is assigned, but we want to separate it by a space, dot joined, join, and then the argument is my list. So we take these items here, feed them into the function join, and then we join them with a blank space. So when we print that, we get hello world, all lowercase with a space in between two words. Starts with prefix, returns a Boolean indicating if a string starts with a specified prefix. So my string assigned the string hello world, all lowercase, starts with hello equals my string dot starts with hello as our argument. And so when you print that, it's going to print true. Ends with returns Boolean indicating if the string ends with specified suffix. So my string hello world ends with world equals or is assigned to my string dot ends with world. It's also going to return true. The index of the first occurrence of a substring or a -1 if it doesn't find one. So this is something you could use to detect if if there's a substring in something and if it returns -1, if you were in an if loop, which we'll cover later, you could make a different decision there. My string is assigned the string hello world. World index is assigned my string dot find world. print world index 6. We kind of been through this. So this is 4, 5, 6 is the W. Returns the number of times a substring appears in a string. So we have the string, my string assigned to hello world string, O count or occurrence count equals my string dot count O. And so there are two O's in hello world, and so it returns 2. Capitalize returns a new string with the first character capitalized and the other characters lowercase. So this is similar to the upper lower. Capitalize my string capitalized returns hello world with the H capitalized. Is upper returns true if all letters in the string are uppercase and false if not. So my string, hello world, none of those are in uppercase, so is all uppercase. My string is upper, will return false, and so when we print is all upper, it holds the value false. And false if not. String is assigned to hello world string, all lowercase, so is all lower is assigned to my string, dot is lower. And when we print that, it will be true because there are no uppercase characters in hello world string that we supplied. Title returns a new string with the first letter of each word capitalized. So we start here with my string assigned to hello world string, all lowercase. Title case my string equals my string dot title. And so when we print that, we will print hello world with the H and W capitalized. So it was a lot. They're pretty intuitive. I mean, they sort of upper, let's make things uppercase, lower, let's make things lowercase. Is upper, is lower. Is it all upper? Is it all lower? Two upper, two lower is not a thing in Python. An uppercase and lowercase, nope. So what method is check if all the letters in a string are uppercase and if all the letters are lowercase. So is upper, is lower. Second entry. How can you replace all characters of one or more parts of a string with another string? Be replace. So it's not change, replace, it's not modify, and it's not update. So second do converts all characters to lowercase. Nope, that's the opposite. Capitalizes only the first letter. That is not it. That's capitalized. Yeah. Convert all characters to uppercase. Yes. And remove all white space. Nope. So we conclude here this section on introduction to strings. So we were called for today, and then tomorrow, let's see, we could probably do both of these. So numbers and mathematical operations, depends on how long they are, booleans and conditionals. So will probably be what we undertake tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you like, what you don't like. Hey, would you like better explanation of something? I may make a short or something explaining a particular concept if I get some feedback about that. So see you next time.